Yeah,
definitely.
perfect. You obviously have knowledge. Yeah, a lot of like example, like my Chinese students, if they work in English programs, they tend to be busier when the people are not in school, that they're trying to get that extra knowledge.
It has been 7 years now.
Oh, that's a good long time. Yeah, very established by now.
And that's why for me place doesn't matter. For me culture, people, and like history matters.
Agreed, agreed. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of saying with the U.S. planning wise. Flying is what's very expensive. We have very
Yeah.
high travel tax in the US.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, doing wonderfully well. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. My name is Christy, and what is your main reason for practicing English? For work, school, traveling?
Just for fun. I
Okay,
I
just
mean,
as a
yeah, just
hobby?
yeah, just a hobby. Yeah. Uh,
Okay,
I love to learn this language.
okay, great. And how long have you been using Cambly?
It has been 3 years now, around 2020, 21, 22, 4 years now. Yeah.
Okay, very good, very good. Is this your main way of learning English?
No, I have other ways as well, but here I'm to just practice my spoken English. Uh, when I talk with native speaker, I feel kind of confident. Yeah, confidence is not issue for me now, but I
Okay.
feel like I'm picking up their not accent but pronunciation, and that is important thing for me to learn the pronunciation of the word. Yeah, I
Okay.
know I'm still making mistakes in grammar and lots of other things, but I'm okay with it because I'm just
Okay.
learning English for fun. Yeah, I have to not speak perfect English, but I have to be perfect as speaker.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. And then do you work or are you in school?
Yes, I own an institute and I'm teacher there as well.
Okay. And then what are some other things you like to do for fun or for a hobby besides learning English?
Yeah, like I love to travel. I love to roam around. I love to sit quietly if I have time at my home. So yes, these are few hobbies. I also love to read books or listen to audiobooks or I'm spending lots of time on YouTube. Especially I listen to podcasts, listen to lots of speakers around the world. So yes, these are my hobbies.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Are there certain types of podcasts you like to watch, like traveling or any specific topics you like to follow?
Yes, like I love traveling blogs, so I watch blogs on YouTube. It depends on my mood, right? Simply.
Okay. Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. Absolutely. And then you said that did you say you opened an institution? So do you teach at a school or is it like an after school program? What is your institution
Yes,
like?
yes. My institution is like you said rightly after school. Okay, so we have tutoring. It is just like tutoring center. So after
Okay.
school, the student come here to just learn their subjects, or they we help them in their
Okay.
subject. Yeah.
Okay. Do you do like experiments and things in that, or is it more about helping with homework and understanding what their books are talking more about?
No, right now we are teaching thoroughly, right? Like they learn in school their subject, so we don't care about that. Just we
Okay.
also teach on its own, on our own, right? So like we thoroughly teach them all these subjects. So we have routine for it.
Are these usually students that are in public schools or private schools or both?
They are in private schools, most of the students, okay, but we have facilities for both the students, public
Okay,
or private, both. Yeah.
very cool. And then you teach chemistry, but are there other teachers that teach other subjects? It's not just chemistry?
No, no, there are other teachers who teach mathematics, physics, biology, and I'm also teaching them communication right now. Like I speak English, So I'm teaching them how to speak in English. So chemistry and
Okay.
English both. Yeah. So
Great, great.
like we are providing overall package for a student.
Very good, very good. And then about how many students do you have in your institute?
Right now around more than 130 students.
Wow, that's a big
Yeah.
number. Yeah,
Yeah, in India it is not big number because we
that's
are
true.
hugely populated country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So you know, yeah.
Yeah,
So everywhere there are people in India, so it's not a huge number. Yeah.
yeah. A good
But yeah,
enough
certainly.
number to pay
Yeah, it is
for
good
and
enough.
facilitate your
Yeah,
facility.
it is
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you tend to be busier with students during the school year or in the summer or on vacations?
uh, we are busier every time of the year. So
Okay.
holidays are just holidays for us. So during summer
Okay.
vacations, we take vacations. Yeah, we
Oh, okay.
relax for a while. Yeah. So it's not
Okay.
like I know in other countries when students are at vacation, they try to take like coaching, or they just join coaching to just learn a bit more. But here in
Right.
India, tutoring centers are just like schools, right?
Okay.
So we teach them as schools teach them, right? So yeah,
Okay.
that's the
Yeah,
case.
perfect. You obviously have knowledge. Yeah, a lot of like example, like my Chinese students, if they work in English programs, they tend to be busier when the people are not in school, that they're trying to get that extra knowledge opposed to doing it at the same time. So yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Very good.
Yeah.
And then how long have you had this facility?
It has been 7 years now.
Oh, that's a good long time. Yeah, very established by now.
Yeah, like uh, I had gone through a struggling period. Like I had struggled into I had started in 2017, and since
Okay.
2017, it has been not a kind of smooth journey. I have gone through
Mm,
rough days and time during COVID lockdown,
mm,
and
mm.
when it was new, then of course I had to struggle. But right now, yeah, it is well established. Yeah.
Okay, good, good. Yeah. So now when COVID was happening, were you able to switch over to online learning or how did that process go for you?
No, like we switched to online learning platform. Yeah, the job.
Cambly is my day to day, I would say, teaching platform. I have an art business. So I do art classes with adults. Um, that's something that I do here. I actually have kind of multiple sources of income. I go between, I have an apartment in Mexico and I live in the US as well. So I have different types of jobs in both areas. In the
So you have
States, I am a hairstylist though too.
okay. So you have apartment in Mexico.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
you
I'm
you have
currently in
rent.
Mexico. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you are currently in Mexico.
Mhm. Yep, yep. I was in the United States for most of the summer, and then I came back to Mexico about a month ago.
Oh,
Yep.
great.
Have you ever been to the United States?
No, I have not been to United States so far, but I don't know when I'm gonna visit these countries. But definitely someday, yeah, because I love to travel. I don't know how when I'm gonna, like I have been traveling throughout India, but
Okay.
I have not traveled abroad so far. And to be honest, right now I don't have time to travel abroad. So just
Hmm.
right now, I'm busy at my on my business. And as soon as like yes, I have some target in my mind, I'm going to hit the target. After that, yes, I would definitely love to visit my favorite
Okay.
places in the world.
Good. Do you have like a manager or a partner or something that you trust with your business if you were to take some time to go on vacation?
Yes, I have teach a few tutors. Okay, like I don't have managers, so I'm managing
Okay.
everything on my own right now. But I
Okay.
have just a few trusted teachers here at my institute. So yeah, I sometimes I hand over everything to him, and I could go out. But right now things are not well settled, like in terms of that. So I
Okay.
could go out for few days, not for
Mm,
weeks, not for months. Okay.
right.
But yes, I'm looking for that stability. Once I will gain that stability, yes, I will have enough time to travel, and my business will be running.
Yeah. All will happen at the same time. Maybe someone reliable you can leave with. You feel
Mhm.
financially stable
Mhm.
enough to leave and go traveling because I love traveling too, but it's definitely expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, uh, but it is worth it. Right. So even if traveling is expensive, but the
Mm,
experience, the vibe, the things that you get, the knowledge, information, the people you meet with, everything is worth it. Because I have been traveling all over India, and I know what traveling means for me, and especially
mm.
for my life.
Yeah. And I think it's all relative to how expensive it is depending on where you live. It's nice that the US is so protected and kind of on its own, but when it comes to traveling, I have to travel a lot farther than maybe
Mm.
people can go in Europe. They can go to several countries with no,
Mm. No,
not
like you
without
have to
spending too
also
much.
plan. Yeah, you have to
Mm,
also plan your budget because
mm,
traveling is not expensive. Just you need to, make a plan, right? So I have seen, yes, I know in Europe you will have to pay a lots of money. It's expensive to travel Europe. But as far as apart from Europe, I think I'm talking about Asia, right? I'm talking about
mm,
Africa. I'm talking about some other parts of the world. These parts are
mm,
not very expensive. You can travel, it is affordable. And yeah, always, traveling new place gives you lots of new vibes. And that's why for me, place doesn't matter. For me, culture, people, and
mm.
like history matters.
Agree, agree. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of saying. With the US planning wise, flying is what's very expensive. We have very
Yeah.
high travel tax in the US, so our flights in general are very expensive. So once you get somewhere, is where I know I want to have it planned where I can see a lot at what time. Because, yeah, the most expensive part of my travel from the US is always going to be the flights to those places. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So yeah, anyway, we are running out of time.
yeah,
So it was
yeah.
nice talking with you
It was very
today.
nice to meet you. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll
Yes,
see you
same.
again.